Hey family, Uncle Jimmy here. Hey, we're on the road. We're traveling. Let's take a look at where we are. Look at that. We're in the desert. We're in Nevada. We're in Pahrump, Nevada. And look at that. We're right by Gold Town. I got my pan with me. I just got to figure out where I'm supposed to go look. Everything on the map says that it's all hard rock mining, and I don't know how to hard rock mine. So I'm going to try and find a wash somewhere and see if I can't scoop up some dirt. Hey, we're outside.
What?
Yep, on our way to California. And it's pretty. What's it look like? Looks like that. Everywhere. Nothing exciting. No turquoise. But that'll be a tumbleweed someday. All right, we made it to our destination. Death Valley National Park. And it's super green because they just had tons of rain recently. So it'll be exciting. There's supposed to be a bunch of wildflowers and stuff that are blooming. So we'll go see if we can find some of that. I'm going to see if we can find, I don't think we're going to find gold, but I hope we find some turquoise. Yeah, so people hiked out here to go look for gold. Pretty cool up in here. Death Valley. So we drove in on that road, parked down there, walked up that hill. Now we're up here, getting a chance to look. That's the entrance part to coming into Death Valley on that road. This they call the Badlands, which is pretty cool. And there's people here enjoying the view. All right, we're there. Death Valley, 49ers Gateway. Through this natural gateway, the Death Valley 49ers, more than 100 immigrants from the Middle West, seeking a shortcut to the gold fields of Central California, entered Death Valley December 1849. All suffered from thirst and starvation. 2 contingents passed southward here. The others proceeded northward, seeking to escape from the region. Okay, so when those people, they said that they turned and went down into Death Valley, well, they came this way. That little placard is right over there. So they all came this way, and some of them went south to get out of here. Either way, it's hot. I mean, it's November or something, and it's nice out. I got shorts on. This is great. So we're gonna go into the Furnace Creek Visitor Center and see what kind of neat stuff we can find. Look at that, huh? It's November 7th, and it's 84 degrees here in Death Valley. Here we go. Death Valley's elusive wealth. Thousands of abandoned mining holes tunnel through Death Valley's rock. These old mines were not as destructive as today's large-scale mining ventures, but the sheer number of them has left a legacy of environmental and safety hazards. They show some of the things that they would mine for. My main interest is this one. Now, price of gold. Quartz vein. Gold and quartz are often deposited together by superheated liquid circulating through cracks and fissures in rocks underground. Value of gold, yeah, it's used in jewelry, money, dentistry, electronics. Price of gold. Cyanide solutions used to process pulverized ore are toxic to humans and wildlife. I don't really know if that's what they did here, but got an old ore cart on a rail. Some pictures of
Death Valley has a really fascinating history. Beginning back in the late started in the early 1900s, was a gold mine. This mine was active for about 10 years and then lay inactive for quite a while, and investors gradually came back and wanted to reopen it, but they were not successful. In order to move the gold off of the mountain, they built this very large tramway structure.
So there's still gold up there.
A lot of the mine sites in Death Valley today are used for interpretation. People go and visit them and look at a lot of these intact mining structures that we still have. Death Valley probably has about 10,000 mining holes. Some of these would have gone straight back into the cliff, which we would call adits, whereas others would have been sunk straight down into the ground, which we would call shafts. To a certain extent, the mine sites can be interpreted as safe as far as walking around and viewing some of the features that are still. However, when you get too close to some of the standing structures or some of the holes, you have to remember that these were excavated or constructed quite a long time ago, in some cases over 100 years ago. So they haven't been maintained for quite a long time. Some of the potential dangers include things like noxious gases, structural deterioration. The floor could crumble beneath your feet. Inside this particular attic, you'll find a bat cave that allows access to the mine for bats and keeps people out. We definitely do not encourage people to go inside of the holes at Death Valley, just because, first of all, it's against the rules. Second of all, it's extremely unlikely that anyone would find you if you did happen to have an accident inside of one of these extremely dangerous holes in the ground.
In search of a strike, the Death Valley prospectors were icons of the Old West, wandering the desert with a burro and a pack of tools in search of a strike. Check it out. Old pan. Obviously, it had a canteen, pick, and a shovel. Same as it always is. It is like I did a couple of weekends ago. Pick, a shovel, and a gold pan. I didn't have a burro. I had some buckets, though, so they got a bucket. Talks about Shorty Harris over here. Death Valley's biggest gold rushes were started by a drifter from Rhode Island named Frank Shorty Harris. In 1904, he and a partner found surface gold in Bullfrog Hills. Back in town, they wasted no time spreading the word. I've seen some gold rushes in my life, in my time, that were Hummers, but nothing like that stampede. Shorty later said the strike assayed for a staggering $700 per ton, but when Shorty emerged from a 6-day celebratory drinking binge, he learned that he'd sold half of the claim for pittance. Seems to always happen that way, huh? Shorty Harris, here he is, that guy. First guy finding stuff out here, so pretty neat. I think that's it for the mining stuff in here. I mean, we watched the little video, we saw that. Everything else seems to just talk about, why it's here, the geology and stuff. And, that's fun, but I'm interested in the gold stuff. Aunt Joe says time to go. All right. So we're in a wash that leads out to the salt flats. Very light colored material all through here, but they were hard rock mining. Like we saw back there at the Interpretive Center, they were hard rock mining, looking for actual quartz veins, looking for galena. I mean, I'm looking for placer gold, and that's, I don't know, I don't see any kind of signs of any kind of, you don't see any dark layers of anything in there. And then it's just soft, silty. I don't know. Maybe I'll be rock hunting, but I don't think I'm going to be finding any signs of gold around here. But it is very cool. That's the Death Valley. That's supposed to be all salt. Like Salt Flats in Utah. Same thing, Salt Flats here. Way out there on the horizon, there are a couple of dust devils. You can see them spin up every now and again. Pretty cool from, as we're driving. Let's see if we can get anything better. Yeah, there you go. That's a 10 times, but we'll bring it back. Bring it back to where we are. A bunch of people have stopped here because it's really pretty. I think we've all been looking for a spot to, step out of the car and take some pictures. There's Rob, there's Aunt Joe. So I'm gonna get right back in the car and we're gonna go up to this next place, Stovepipe something. So yeah, we'll check it out there. All right. Man, they say there's gold out here somewhere. I've been looking. We're walking. We're gonna get there. Boy, oh boy. Whew. Maybe it's up over those next dunes over there. I see some black sand. Whew. Way out there, I see it. See it? See that black sand on that? Go check that out way out there. Whew. All right, is Death Valley hot? We'll see what happens when we get there. All right, coming up on it. I just think it's the way the sand looks. I don't think it's black sand. I mean, I see this weird setup here. This is like silt. That's kind of cool. It's real silty. You can see it. But it's just dark colored sand. No gold here. This is pretty cool. Dust devils in the rain. Yeah, really cool. Over the sand dunes. Cool. Alright, we're at the Borax Works. And I'm sure ore came in on that. They were calling Borax the white gold of the West, or at least the white gold of Death Valley. Everybody was looking for gold, but they found a lot of borax. So next, we'll go up there and see what's up there. Alright, now I'm on the sunny side of it. Oops, out of the way. For more than a century, the 20 Mule team has been the symbol of the borax industry on product labels and history books and on television. The status is well earned. Mule teams help solve the most difficult task that faced Death Valley borax operators, getting the product to the market. But yeah, I remember, I see that when I buy, when I bought borax, you see the mule on there. Oh, it's really cool. Mule teams pull loads weighing up to 36 tons, including 1,200 gallons of drinking water. The rear wagon wheels were 7 feet high. The entire unit with mules was more than 100 feet long. Wow. No, but you just said Uncle Jim's Death Valley edition.
Well, Cynic cooler though. Uncle Jim.
Yep.
Death Valley edition.
Look at that. So we don't know what that white stuff is. It could be salt, it could be borax, it could be some sort of calcium. Whatever it is, it's cool. It's everywhere. It looks like snow, but it's 80 degrees. Look at this here. I was thinking, oh, maybe there's something. I've been looking at this stuff the whole time. It's just nothing. No dark lines, nothing that looks like there'd be gold-bearing material. So we're just on the hunt for what's here. Yeah, look at those. The handmade bricks. That little boiler. Neat that it's still here. Okay. I couldn't wrap up this Death Valley trip without letting you see this. Don't run out of gas. Don't run out of gas at all coming to Death Valley. These guys are getting decent. $8.73 a gallon. Man. Alright, so if you come into Death Valley, make sure you got gas before you get here. Okay, so I forgot to tell everybody, we're in Travis Walton country. We're just south of Area 51. And look at that, a little fire in the sky. That's awesome. That's a great looking sunset.
You guys will
All right, we're in Red Rocks National Park, State Park. Check this out. Wild donkeys. They broke away from their pack, what, hundreds of years ago? 100 years ago. And they just keep on living out here. That's cool. That's really cool. I was glad to see these guys. Little mini mule team. Mule team. Hey family, Uncle Jimmy here. Hey, we're on the road. We're traveling. Let's take a look at where we are. Look at that. We're in the desert. We're in Nevada. We're in Pahrump, Nevada. And look at that. We're right by Gold Town. I got my pan with me. I just got to figure out where I'm supposed to go look. Everything on the map says that it's all hard rock mining, and I don't know how to hard rock mine. So I'm going to try and find a wash somewhere and see if I can't scoop up some dirt.